Recently, Pope Francis declared this to be the year of Saint Joseph, in commemoration of the 150th anniversary of Saint Joseph being declared as the patron of the Universal Church by Pope Pius IX. And Pope Francis just shared that during the pandemic in his prayer, he kept coming back to Saint Joseph. He kept reflecting on the life of Saint Joseph because Joseph was someone who served God very quietly. And during the pandemic, we've become aware of the ordinary folks who often aren't in the limelight, but are essential to all of us. So we have recognized nurses and healthcare workers and grocery store clerks and those who make deliveries and all the people that serve us. So Pope Francis was thinking of St. Joseph, how he served the Holy Family beautifully as the foster father of Jesus and the husband of Mary. And then St. Joseph also was a man of great faith. And just like Mary, he had to make a fiat and say yes to God. And he did, and he trusted even when he didn't completely understand everything that was happening. And so for St. Joseph and for Mary, what might have seemed like a disaster with faith was recognized as the action of God in their lives. St. Joseph also had a tender love. He was a man of compassion and kindness. He never wanted to have Mary hurt or to be disgraced or embarrassed publicly. So he was very caring. And God has a tender love for all of us, compassionate, always ready to forgive us. And the message that was given to Joseph and to Mary was, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. God is with you. And that's an important message for us in this year of many challenges and struggles. Do not be afraid. With faith, we can see the activity of God in our lives too. Joseph also faced concrete problems with his family. They were homeless, they were poor, they had to flee and become a refugee family. So in this year of St. Joseph, Pope Francis is inviting us to be especially mindful of migrants and refugees. And then St. Joseph was a carpenter, and a very good one, and dedicated. He reminds us of the dignity and value of work, of human work. So St. Joseph is a wonderful model for us in this year. And the year of St. Joseph runs from December 8th, 2020 to December 8th, 2021. And like all special years in the Church, it usually also offers graces and indulgences to help us. So there's a special plenary indulgence that's given during this year of St. Joseph. And a plenary indulgence includes forgiveness of sins and removal of all punishment of sin and new grace poured out upon us. The usual conditions for plenary indulgence are still in play. That would be making a sacramental confession, receiving Holy Communion, and offering a prayer for the Holy Father. But because of the pandemic, we can't do the first two maybe in person, so it would encourage for us to do that as soon as possible. In the meantime, the plenary indulgence is given to those who spend 30 minutes reflecting on the Lord's Prayer. We can all do that. Or making a spiritual retreat. And in March, we'll have our parish mission, so that would count for that. Or doing a spiritual or corporal work of mercy, like food for the hungry, or welcoming the stranger, visiting the sick. Praying the rosary as a family or as an engaged couple. So the plenary indulgence can be given for that. Caring for someone who is sick. And also helping someone to find work or a better job. So assisting someone who's unemployed or underemployed. So these are all the ways that we can gain that plenary indulgence that Pope Francis has granted the Universal Church. So it's a beautiful year. St. Joseph, a great model for all of us. And then there's a very short prayer that we can say, and we'll put it in the parish bulletin. So I'm just going to close this message with that prayer. Blessed Joseph, to us too show yourself a father, and guide us in the path of life. Open for us grace, mercy, and courage, and defend us from every evil. Amen.